Where is she? Does she think he did it? No, that hurts. No, she... Oh, that's nice. I expected him to die, but... Oh, Lord. So I had some pretty high expectations for this Gachiakuta, I believe is what we're calling it, episode 1, but I wasn't expecting it to be so good that I was like, damn, we might be having an anime of the season contender here. If you enjoy the video, drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is where the full live reactions and other exclusives live. So, aesthetically, just Bones film cooked. I don't even know what it reminds me of. It, like, on one hand, some of the aesthetic kind of reminds me of a Megalobox, then there's like some Soul Eater character design vibes. It's just, it's beautiful. And, you know, you start the show off by saying, hey, you know, objects can end up having souls in them, you know, if, like, they're cared for well. But what happens to those that are discarded? Like, what happens to those creatures, right? So the whole episode, I'm like, okay, someone gonna die, and most likely someone gonna go inside that rabbit. Personally, I knew it was either gonna be adoptive daddy or love interest. One of those was gonna die, and I was like, oh, they're gonna go in the rabbit. Not to say he still couldn't go in the rabbit, especially because she discarded it, but color me shook when I realized that, oh, this little girl, she's like, I do get it. Like as bad as it is, imagine being raised in an environment where everyone painted the MC as a scumbag and she refused to because, like, hey, his dad might have been murdered because he was a murderer, but we should give him the benefit of the doubt. And then he gets dragged away covered in his adoptive dad's blood. As much as you would want to say, well, of course I'd believe him, it's painted against him. So her saying, I believed in you, how dare you? I get it. I do. It pains me, but I do get it. But the idea of him just, like, as this man's dying, he's like, you're going to change the world. In any other show, what that means is like, oh, you're going to go have some noble, you know, like, be the change we want to see. And immediately gets framed for his murder. And his immediate thought is, you know what? F everyone. I'm going to send you all to hell. His entire goal right now is, I'm going to go kill everyone who just wronged me. Now, is he actually going to go kill everyone? I mean, time will tell. But his current mentality is, you toss me away, I'm coming back for revenge. And to be honest, mood. Now, I don't know what the hell this pit is, so anyone who's, like, accused of a crime, like, screw judge, jury, and all that, no, we just jump straight to executioner. You drop him in the tar pit where all the garbage goes. Which is wild, because this whole society is divided by this, like, wealthy, cleanly bullshit, and then you have this rundown poverty side, but then beyond poverty lane is the actual garbage heap where we send our criminals. And, I don't know how he survived the fall, but after waking up, a giant kaiju made of garbage appeared. I got many of questions, but in terms of the world, in terms of an establishing episode, this is cool. To be honest, I thought this was 12 episodes. I looked on my anime list, it said 24, and I said bet. Not only does that excite me greatly, because this is definitely a world I want to explore far more than 3 months for, but 2, that means we can really take time to cook and dive into the complex subject matter and characterization points that they're going to want to do. Now, it's going to have action. You don't show a man stab a guy and, you know, the chase scene and everything otherwise, but there's so much to the show than just that. Could it flop? Could the first episode be better than anything else that we'll see in the long term? Potentially. But when a first episode's this good and has you this excited, I would just be a negative Nancy if I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have hope in it. I feel like I recall people hyping this one up to some degree, so I think the source material is probably pretty good at minimum. Given the attention that Bones Film is putting into this, it's pretty clear that it's gonna look good, it's gonna sound good. I mean, the ending song they played there, that shit was a banger. The OST is gonna go hard. And, with how they started the episode about objects having souls, something gotta be going in that rabbit. Like, that's my current thought. Or the rabbit was literally just a misdirect and it would be something else. But either way, given the fact that it is all about souls, I wouldn't be shocked if someone or maybe everyone's soul kind of combined into the collective garbage heap, and that's why that thing was activated. I don't know. But all I'm saying is if I was tossed away by society not once but twice, both from the rich people and then both from my own people, if I can get that giant kaiju to work with me, God help my enemies. That's what I can say. Many of questions. I want to learn a lot about the world. But overall, like I'm sold. My gut says we probably ain't gonna kill everyone, but my gut also says some people are gonna die for this, and that's bloody exciting. No pun intended. This just, it's weird because it feels familiar. Like I've seen like 1300 or something TV anime. I've seen a lot of shit. Okay, so naturally things are gonna feel familiar, but it's like it's almost like deja vu. It's almost like an intense case of deja vu meets nostalgia, where it's almost like I went back in the depths of my brain and pulled a random pull, something I almost forgot about, and I was like, shit, that was such a great series. It's not like I actually feel like, oh, this is copying this, or this feels like this. No, it's more of, it almost feels like all the good memories of anime that I have stored deep in my mind, that I'm not necessarily thinking of specific moments, but just that collective thrill. Something that like I'm like, oh, this was one of the classics that I watched way back in the day. That's the vibe I'm getting from this first episode. Currently, I would say this is like my second favorite premiere. Only second to Topaki's Original Sin, just because that is a mess of emotions that just can't be beat. But yeah, this is absolutely my second favorite. And to be honest, I think if you walk out of this first episode not understanding why some people might say it has anime of the season potential, I think that's a little crazy, because it's the type of episode that even if I didn't like it, because there's been shows where I looked at it, I said, holy shit, that production, interesting idea for a narrative, personally not for me, but I get why so many put it into that anime of the season, level. Like, that's what this show should be for the vast majority, unless, for whatever reason, it just seemed awful for some odd reason. I don't know, but I truly think that was 10 out of 10. The humor was good while it lasted, but that girl was a misdirect and then some. Thoughts down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon for live reactions and other exclusives. Like, hey, I give a video shout out to every single one of my patrons. So today we got Angela, Phantom, Sebastian Emil Mueller, Jackie Hisu, Dapper Dad, Pacifist Gunslinger, Corfish, Kalad Joko, Manasa Donapu, and we also have Mike Joe. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.